To council, Councilman Bear.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I appreciate everyone who spoke. This is a very, it's an easy issue for me to make up my mind on, but the level that we've gotten to in the depth of what's happening in our city caused me to pause several times when we were talking or when we were receiving comment from the public. I am a veteran. And I know a lot of veterans. My dad's a veteran. I don't feel like I have a weird attitude at this point, but maybe I do. Maybe that's why I act the way I do sometimes. But in this case, I was a civil affairs officer, which in the Army, our job, and Mr. Reynolds knows something about this because in the Marine Corps he did similar. Our job was to go into a war zone and to help the civilians pretty much get back on their feet, coordinate with the military leaders and the civilians to help coordinate assistance with non-government organizations, Doctors Without Borders, all kinds of different organizations. And it occurs to me in my time in Iraq that we worked with the civilian population over there, and mainly what our focus was going to be if people, what we call dislocated civilians, people that were out of their homes, homeless, because of war. And in this case, it was because of a war. It could be because of a disaster, which we are no stranger to in this area. And as we have just seen in Oklahoma City, people will be displaced, and there may not always be a place for them. And my job was to help civilians find a place, whether we built it for them or not, or had somebody build it for them, a place for them to live. But yet, in my own city, we're not doing that. Instead, we're saying that because you don't have a place to live, you're a criminal. And it never became, and I do apologize to the last person that spoke because I had to go back and look to see exactly what my mission was in civil affairs, but I was over there on everyone's dime trying to help people in a foreign land find a place to live, a place to get them paid. We actually paid people over there with U.S. dollars that weren't working. They wanted to work, which reminds me a lot of people that we have here that want to work. We just don't have jobs for them. We spent a lot of money in this city to make things look better. Okay, you go down to Bayfront, there's all these trees down there. It looks great, okay? Kind of blocks your firework view if you go down there for the fireworks. We spent a lot of money on an advertising campaign that really didn't come to fruition. We have a new logo upside of Florida. Unless you're in a certain group, we are not upside here. But we are criminalizing people who can't help themselves. And to me, when I signed up for this job, when I ran for this job, I did not run to do that. I ran to help people. And knowing that we only have 30 beds in Escambia County, I think the total was like 50 between Escambia and Santa Rosa, and knowing the number of homeless veterans and others, not just veterans, that we have, it is disgraceful. Some of these other cities that we've heard about, like Orlando, have numerous beds. Even St. Petersburg has like 200 beds in one facility. If we would just focus on that, we have lots of vacant property. We even have government-owned property, with some donations, with some thought from government, whether it's the city or the county or both. We all need to work together on this. I mean, it's not like we can, the city is part of the county, okay? So we have to work together on this. And I am not going to support this because we have not addressed the issue. And I encourage I encourage my fellow council members to think about what our job is in the city. It's not just to represent those downtown, the CRA, those that have businesses. While we do represent those that have businesses and those that have homes, we have also got to look out for those that don't have the resources in this, especially in the economy we've gone through, which we're not out of yet. We have a high crime rate. We've already talked about that. And not everyone that's out there that, we have criminals that have homes, we have criminals that don't have homes. Not everyone that doesn't have a home is a criminal, and we don't need to make it that way. Thank you.